Gotcha. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. That's what ChatGPT just said.
Yeah, bro.
I love that.
It's insane how we like literally create just about every detail in our life.
Right. Mm.
And we so often forget. That's what we're going to cover today. We're going to have this conversation, because we have this conversation often about how to create your reality, called reality creation. I like to call it reality recreation or recreation.
I like that. I like that. Right.
Because we can't get anything until we relax. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into a few other things. Get into this principle that's the 3-step process to get anything in life. And it's funny because after I was reminded, I could say reminded of this, I see it everywhere. Seen it like in metaphysical teachings, in business, in marketing, in sports, in religion like the Bible. It's been echoed on and on. That's why, you know, I mean, you created eternal wisdom. I think that's why eternal wisdom works really well with what we're talking about here.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. And during the process, during the journey, it's like we may forget why we started in the first place. So coming back to the roots, coming back to the little things, and just giving ourselves that reminder, that self-love. You know, the journey, as we know, isn't easy. The struggle with our, you know, whether it's family, whether it's business, personal, professional, individually, collectively, you know, we are all feeling this shift, and we're all kind of in the same spot energetically. So once we kind of give ourselves that love or that attention, it's like, this is bigger than ourselves. This is, we're
100%.
serving the collective ultimately, you know?
100%. Your problem is our problem. Your problem is my problem.
Oh, yes.
Like Jai the other day, my 8-year-old, he was like, that's their problem. I was like, no, dude. Their problem is our problem. He was so confused, and it's like, dude, we are all one. And to be clear about that, I'm not saying to like put yourself out and go through misery to help someone else. Like another like example is like being poor doesn't help another poor person, but being rich can help another poor person.
Gotcha.
Like you could help them, you could give them stuff. And you could show them like how to fish instead of just giving them the fish.
Correct.
Even just them seeing you to have hope.
Right. Most definitely.
Or us, you know, because again, we're all one.
Right. And
we see each other.
I love that. And I love what you said, because it's like, it's not about just offering money. It's about offering everything else, you know, our character, our personality, our advice, our insight, our downloads, everything else in between. You know, it's such a powerful thing. And when I first began my so-called healing and awareness journey, it's like I wasn't safe within my nervous system. I kept going. I slept in the car for 6 months, kept leaving the house back and forth, lived in Miami by myself, this and that. And what I found is like I've connected with so much homeless people, and their advice, their wisdom, their characteristics, their everything else in between, like it helped me along my journey. And I realized money really isn't, of course it's a big thing within nowadays, because of course we need it, and the way the system is designed, but overall we have so much to offer creation, you feel me? And it's such a beautiful thing. That's one thing I learned beginning my journey, is like everyone has something to offer. Even times where I was on acid or this and that, everyone serves a purpose more than we realize, you know? And it's so powerful. It is such a beautiful thing when we start to embody that and give ourselves those little reminders each and every day. And then we won't be looking so much on the surface level. We'll be using more of our third eye and our intuition and our sacral chakra energy in order to create, in order to implement, in order to show up in different ways. And it's such a beautiful thing when we do, ultimately.
Yo, 1000%. Like so many thoughts came through my head while I was saying it. Number one, we're in a time where like if someone offers you money, like you may think it's a scam. I've seen people like offer gold on the streets. I've literally held a $100 bill and offered people, and they just don't want to talk because they like, it depends on what position you are, but a lot of times we think trying to sell something is too good to be true.
Right.
And what you said is, I bring that up because we could give other things than just money, as you said. and they're so much more powerful.
Man, I love that.
Because like the 3-step principle is be, do, have, right? And we're gonna break that down. Like this is giant, right? There's so much to be said with be, do, have. Simple way of saying it is like a lot of us think that success, what we have, brings happiness, who we are. But it's really the opposite way. Like happiness brings success. Success doesn't bring happiness. We don't just like get successful while we're miserable. We got to be relaxed to receive.
As above, so below, as within, so without. Most definitely. Yep.
As it is in heaven, so as it is on earth.
Exactly.
So those words right there, like I'd never understood, and I still don't think I fully comprehend. And it's like the cause of all effects is our emotions, our mind, our belief, right?
Yeah.
We could tap into God mind. God is really the cause of everything, right? And God is in our mind, in our, like, that's the temple of God, is us. God is in us, creation, creator. We have that power to create. So we got it backwards. We go after the have. Like, here's the example I give over and over. If I had $1 million, I would give everyone, or give everyone money, and I would be so happy. But it's really like, once you're happy, you start doing things that are aligned with what bring you more happiness, your potential, your purpose, your mission. And then the having thing comes naturally.
Yep.
Like you magnetize things to you because you are that beauty, and that beauty attracts other beautiful things.
Amen. Yeah.
Instead of being magnetized to things and chasing this shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
Of like constantly thinking that something is awesome and better and we're looking at that external light when it's really us that is the light. We are the shiny object.
Exactly. Yep. Most definitely. The grass is always greener on the other side, and we are our most valuable asset ultimately. So well said.
Woo!
Well said. Yes. as well as showing gratitude for the little things, where you are with your family right now, where you are in the phase of your journey right now. You know, like literally, it's not about changing your reality. It's not about changing who you are. It's not about any of that. It's about just embodying it and embracing it. And that's literally all it is. And like you said, when we show up for ourselves, everything else starts to come naturally. The insights, the downloads, the creativity, the insight, everything else in between, you know? And like you said, then we start to attract the jobs, the situations, the people, the circumstances within our environment that is supposed to come into our life. So evolution is already evolving, and it's already in its natural rhythm, but it's like, through the mind, we stop the manifestations, so to speak. You feel me? Everything. Let's say we want a relationship. Let's say we want a relationship, and then universe is putting everything in order for us to align with that individual. But our limited beliefs is like, oh, I'm not worthy enough. I'm not this and that. Oh, I'm not gonna go do this today and get out of my comfort zone. So if we're not putting ourselves in those situations, then inevitably we're gonna jeopardize who we are. But if we actually sit with that and actually embrace it and go forward with it and find what works for us, because keep in mind, it looks different for everyone, it's so relevant when we do ultimately.
1000%. It's like, I think most of us have heard, faith the size of a seed, the faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. And one thing that what you were saying came to mind is, we not only can move mountains with faith, we could also create mountains with faith. Faith that is for what we don't want, which is called anxiety, or even depression, harping on what happened that we don't want, or expecting a future that we don't want, which is anxiety. And sometimes when I'm in the dumps, man, sometimes hearing this stuff like literally pisses me off. Because it's like, dude, what are you talking about? I control everything. What are you talking about, dude? I can't control the money and the rent and these other people. This person was so mean. And you're 100% right.
Right. And if I may add to that, like
Please.
me and Keith talked about earlier, it's also, yes, on an individual level, we're responsible for all that, but in general, as well as it's within our bloodline as well, or ancestral, you know, it's like whether it was limited beliefs within our bloodline, whether it was anything in that nature, trauma, you know, all these things could be passed down. So in order for us to kind of break these generational curses, so to speak, we need to feel and transmute it in order for our kids, in order for, and keep in mind, it's all one collective consciousness. So when you heal yourself, when you help yourself, when you show love to yourself, you know, you're literally doing it within your bloodline, within the collective as a whole, ultimately. So I lost my train of thought, but
no, I'll continue your train of thought, because that's right where I was going. So when he's saying passing down traumas and all the other words and context that he just used, I'm going to put it in a slightly different way. It's the same exact thing I'm saying, but you may be able to understand it in a different way. That's why it's, to me, crucial to keep on reading, keep on listening. Maybe listen to this twice if you vibed with it. If you didn't, listen to other reality creation, like amazing people. Neville Goddard is ridiculous. Frederick Dotson, Neuro Knowledge, like they're older, they're younger, they're newer. Choose your own vibe. Right. Because like just learning a little bit more and understanding a little bit more about these basic principles, eternal knowledge, this has been echoed since the dawn of time. This is the most vital, crucial information that is so transformative. So breaking like a generational curse and trauma, or if you started that generational curse and you don't want to pass it on, you see your parent scream at your kid or hitting them, and either you got it from your parents or you got it from some other media or some other person. This is how to break it. What this is bet. A belief, it's I-E, right? I spell that wrong every time. You control not this outer world. I can't just make a volcano. I don't even want to say can't. I have not figured out how to make a volcano float, levitate, create a house instantly, manifest money instantly. Yet all those things come to me over time when I visualize them and have conviction that they're coming. Belief. Conviction. Conviction.
And I'm gonna
That's faith.
I love that. And I'm gonna let you continue just briefly, real quick. It's like, it's so powerful what you said, because it's like, all right, say it. Okay, so like before in the 5D realm or whatever, in other realms, it's like things
physical reality.
In the fifth dimension, things manifest like this, right? But we come to this physical realm, slow manifestations, shitty sensations, like, you know, you feel me? And that's why we are here. But when you said conviction, that's having the perseverance and the resilience to continue to show up for ourselves, for our business, for our family, for everything else in between, and finding what works for us. I love that, you know?
Write that down. Shit, like another way of saying that is what has been said is, this is one of my favorite verses, Bible verses, is, and I used to like not understand the Bible at all. Watching these brothers explain, and sisters, like Florence, I might say her name wrong, but Florence Novel Shin, I believe I'm saying it right. Check her out, The Game of Life and How to Win It. Such a simple book. She like translates the Bible just like Neville Goddard in a different way I'd never heard before. And it's one of my favorite verses is, do not be fooled by outer appearances. It's like, what do you mean don't be fooled by outer appearances? This, you know, is a cup. How am I gonna, yet this cup got manifested before this cup was here. Like, we were drinking out of like maybe a calabash, like a gourd, something from nature, and then we decided to like make it in a metal into that. Just one example, like we can change the outer world. Before this whiteboard, there wasn't a whiteboard. That person, whoever created whiteboards, had to overcome the outer world that he was deceived by, that it didn't exist. I don't know if that makes 100% sense. to you
Right.
does to me. But think about like a phone. Marconi, when he was creating a phone, like they said he was insane. His friends put him in an insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not fooled by the outer world.
I love that. I love that.
You know, we get fooled by the outer world, but the truest, realest thing in the world is internal always,
Right.
not external.
I love that. I love that. And just random insight too to add to that, it's like, think of your favorite actor or actress or singer or anything like that. What if they never created? What if they never showed up in that niche or that industry? You feel me? And it's like, you literally, once we have that concept in mind, it's like, that gives us back the power within ourselves in order to find or help assist or elevate the motivation or insight and everything else in between, you know? So that's just a small insight to keep in mind.
Yeah,
too,
man, it's
know?
like we're all in it together. Like that one song changed my life, helped me get to another point in place, changes the trajectory. Sometimes sometimes you're gonna pull a U-turn, right? Sometimes it's a little 1% trajectory change that makes all the difference. Like a rocket goes out, or a plane, they go up in the air and they have a certain direction, but it is never always right. We always got to change that rocket or plane just 1%, 2%, and keep on changing the navigation.
Ooh,
by the GPS. And it's funny, we got the best GPS in the world. You know what our GPS is?
All right.
Heart.
Compass or inner
Heart,
compass?
bro.
Oh.
Heart. And you can think of it as another word is emotions, right? Emotions are always guiding us. You can never get rid of like low vibes or negative emotions. You never want to, because they are telling you to either take a U-turn or just go in a different direction. Slightly, ever so slightly. You know, like something may have felt good once. You had your first drink or your first cigarette, it felt good. And then I heard this one dude said, the first drink was great, except every other drink is chasing after that first one.
Yeah, bro, right.
That may not be for everyone, but for an alcoholic, that's what's happening.
Not just that, I fasted for 3 days, just a water fast too, and then I broke the fast. This was years ago, so my relationship with myself or food wasn't as improved as it is now. But in general, as soon as I broke the fast, whether it was eating, like even something as simple as like watermelon, if I ate one little piece of watermelon, I would eat the whole thing of watermelon because I didn't have the boundaries or discipline within myself. Same with weed. If I smoke or, you know, if I smoke or this and that, and it's like, before I smoked, I wasn't even craving it. I just did it just to do it or whatever. You feel me? So, but after that one, then I desire more. You feel me? So it's like
endless, not satiated is a decent sign that you ain't going in the right place. Like not getting satiated by what you are desiring, and you just keep on wanting more.
Right.
And like,
like, and that's on a micro level. On a macro level, I would say it's more about, how do I say it? Like, I just lost my train of thought. One sec. Micro level.
Take a deep breath. You too. Take a deep breath. Relax so you could receive and give.
I love that. Remind me of the thing you just mentioned. See, this is the thing.
Insatiable, right?
We're
insatiable. So you have one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So emotional, you're referring to, but on a macro level, we could associate that with red light synchronicity. So we have a goal. We're doing something. Whether a relationship, business, personal, just living our life. Universe will, if it's not meant to be, it will redirect us. And we may see it as a block. We may see it like this and that, but it's like literally God, the universe, our spiritual team, our higher self, our future self, working on our behalf to literally have everything come to fruition, even if we may not see it, even if we may not know it, and everything else in between. It's such a powerful thing, you know? So
yeah,
it's
man.
like,
even if
it goes back to showing gratitude, it goes back to the awareness on a personal level as well as everything else. Like, it's interesting, you know?
Yeah, man. Even if it hurts.
Even if
like what you were saying, I was thinking about, laughing at myself, thinking about that girl that done left or gave me signs that she was not the right one, and I'm still like needing more. And man, if you ever had someone like needing you, even if you love that person, it's like, dude, I don't want to be here. That's why I say I get to, not I got to.
Right.
Because when you have to and you have no choice, It just don't seem as fun, and you always have a choice.
Ooh, I love that. And in general, what we resist, we persist. So.
Oh, what we resist persists, man. It's like just more and more pain.
Yeah.
So I kind of skipped over the first one.
Yeah,
Beliefs is, no, I love the flow. Beliefs is not only how we see things, but beliefs is that generational curse. It's just a belief. Matter of fact, everything, this is like literally the 4 most important words I've ever heard. Everything is a belief. Like I was reading Frederick Dotson's book, Multiple Realities of Self, something like that.
Seems interesting.
Oh, it's so good. It's one of my favorite books. And I literally kept on repeating that after reading like almost half the book. And then I went to the book, and then like it was a whole like day of like me being like, oh my gosh, everything is a belief. Then the first words I read out of that book is everything is a belief. I like almost threw up. It was ridiculous. So the belief is the generational curse. Let me give an example so you could understand. My dad gave me one. God rest his soul. He's amazing. He's taught me so much. Very happy, generous man. Yet he did have this one belief that he'd say over and over again that took me a while. I needed to switch it. Life's a bitch and then you die. When I heard of life's a beach, and then, like I was like, that's dope. I'm switching over. It was an easy switch for me. But sometimes we're so deep in that belief, like you got to take a little inch step instead of like a foot, or like trying to run a marathon. Like take it so that it's believable. Believable. Like you're not going to convince yourself of a new belief if it's not even close to believable. Like I believe we don't need money. I could easily walk the streets without money. You could take my clothes. You could take everything I own. I could walk the streets. Someone will clothe me quickly. They might be upset and clothe me. And then someone else will give me money. Someone will give me food. Someone will give me shelter. I don't choose that because I like to create. Yet, I do believe that there is a value, a huge value of money, and it's awesome to get. I've told Jai last night that I want you to first have love and talked about that for a while. Gratitude, all these manifestations and actualities of love. And then, why don't you get some money? They're like thousands of feet apart. Like money ain't nothing without that love, and you don't need money. You need love to live. You don't need money to live. Yet I do think it is like I teach them about money, and then some people are like, why are you focusing so hard at money? I'm like, they're like, I know you need money to live. I don't believe you need money to live,
right?
Or thrive or prosper.
Yeah.
True prosperity is in belief, emotions, and thoughts. It's just like money tends to help you out with some experiences like food and water and shelter. Yet you could have the best experience. Like 100 people could have the best experience, and one person could see it as a horrible situation based on their beliefs, emotions, and thoughts. Bet, right? I like to call it bet so I could remember and teach you to remember.
Ooh,
this is what you control in life, is bet. Beliefs, emotions, thoughts. You don't control trees growing. You don't control a house or money. Yet, the trees, the house, the money, material, situations, people, places, and things, they all support and give you evidence physically of your belief, emotions, and thoughts.
Woo! Yes, I love that. Amen. I love that. And real quick, to touch base on belief real quick, a lot of people were like, all right, so what do I do to fix that? All right, let me do some affirmations. I am love, I am this, I am that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that is an important factor to keep in mind when it comes to changing our own beliefs as well as healing our bloodline. But overall, we could take the chakras into example for this. You know, I am is associated with the root chakra. It's associated with being grounded and good self-concept, you feel me? But I feel is more of the sacral chakra. So that's more our creativity, our natural self-expression, our sex drive, everything in that nature. you know. And then so I am, I feel, and then I act. Our solar plexus is getting things done. It's the yellow, it's the, you know, the drive, it's our chi energy. So I am, I feel, I act with love, I act with kindness, I act with, you know. And then the heart is I'm not really sure what that is. I guess you could kind of be like, I feel too.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the deal. I was waiting for the heart.
And then the throat chakra is I speak with integrity. I speak with sovereignty. You feel me? So it's like, it's associated with not just how we speak and show up for ourselves, but our identity on a physical as well as on an intellectual or more of a higher level. You feel me? So everything we stand for, who we are, everything like that. If we have situations where we got suppressed or this and that, throat chakra may be blocked, may not show up in ways we do usually. Then throat, third eye is I see. So I see beyond the illusion. I see what's right for me. I see, you know, beyond the surface.
Write that down. I see beyond the illusion.
And then the crown chakra. I forget what that is, but maybe you could associate it with like I accept, since it's literally connecting us to the cosmos, connecting us to the spiritual realm. Literally, it's literally right.
Maybe it goes back to the I am back again.
Right, exactly.
Or I know.
And exactly, and then so unifying this, we could create heaven on earth, and literally, you feel me? And it's such a powerful thing. You know?
I think it might be I know, right? Because again,
I know. Oh, yes. I remember now. I know. Yes.
It is.
yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Right. It's the conviction is faith. So many different words for conviction, right?
Ooh.
Conviction, faith, confidence, belief, right? There are so many. I've literally like written them down. I'm working on a new book that like write them all down, and it's like, it's so powerful, right? And it goes to more than just like beliefs, emotions, thoughts. There is so much in this. Like I also could expand it to beats, right? And put an A there and an S there, and the A is 3 different things: attitudes, awareness, and every now and then I forget this third one. Attitudes, awareness, and I'll come back to it.
Maybe like systematic thinking or whatnot.
It was an A. It was an A too. It was the third A.
Adaptability.
There are so many though that really go into all this. Like it could be an endless list.
Right.
Yet when you have like an attitude, some people could say attitude is a different thing, right? And then subconscious. I definitely spelled that wrong. There you go, I spelled it right. Subconscious, right? So our subconscious, again, is so much. I like the way Nero puts it. The only truth that you have is what your subconscious minds accept as true.
Ooh,
like that's
because people don't respond to reality itself; they respond to the map of reality. So everything they think and know to be true, you know.
Yeah.
And even they did, you know, what's it called? You know how some people on like social media, like Christian people, would be like, all right, take this word and be like, you take a breath, Yahweh. But and instantly I knew there was something up with that video. And then I a few weeks later I checked it out, and then I looked at this other video, and it was like this guy taking like literally 20 different words, and it's I think it all says the same thing, but he has something on the screen and it says something different that rhymes with that word, and you could hear 20 different things from that actual, you feel me? So it's all how we perceive it, you know. It's so fascinating.
I haven't heard the 20, but
right,
I've heard it with other things. Perception, man, oh my god. And awareness, that's again, we see things through the eye of our beliefs, emotions, our attitude, our awareness, right? The thoughts that we give attention to. Actually, that's the third one.
All divine timing.
What do we give attention to? What do you focus on? Because what you focus on frequently becomes your frequency.
Woo! Yes, and where energy goes, attention flows.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Let's get it.
So, and then our subconscious is like 90% of the time we're on autopilot. We think we're so conscious, but we're only conscious like 10% of the time. Without that, we wouldn't survive, because you imagine needing to think consciously about how to walk and talk and write every time. Those were some of the most challenging things we've ever done in our life. And you think you haven't done nothing yet. You're a walking miracle. You learn how to walk, talk, read, and write. That stuff took like 10 years. You didn't give up. You fell on your face like hundreds of thousands of times.
Mm.
Your parents did not just say, well, he tried, she tried.
Right.
You kept walking. It took 9 months, maybe 18. Then you started to talk. Then you learn how to read or walk, and then you learn how to read. And now it's subconscious. You could practically do all those things at the same time. And like each one took such inconceivable focus. And now, like when we start to do something, we fail, we're like, oh, I'm not good at it. Dude, 10,000 fails, man, to get the light bulb. Like we gotta get to fail so many times. Enjoy that journey, because if you think of the like end point as like everything, it's gonna get crushed. Like the real end point, Neville Goddard says, begin from the end or think from the end, meaning have the emotion, the emotionally charged belief. Like give attention to specific thoughts that have you feel good, emotionally charge them, they become a belief, they get into your subconscious mind. To do that, you feel the emotion of, you want to be rich? Feel the emotion of being rich. What does it feel like? This sounds so easy, yet man, your subconscious might be stuck in that poverty mentality.
Right, and maintaining it. You feel me? Like for me, I don't feel like I have negative self-talk or anything like that. But like if like certain situations, like you said, happen, like whether we fail, whether figuring out what to do for work or this and that, and it gets frustrating. You know?
Yeah.
You know, but just like we talked about earlier, the resilience and the perseverance it's important. So having the reminders in whatever way or forms that looks like for us, or finding our why. Some people, their kids motivate them. Sometimes it's relationships, you know, and you know, things in that nature. So, yeah, finding what works for us.
Yeah, man. The frustration is real, bro.
It is.
Because
it is,
like there's so much information. Writing down, meditating helps with that information. Like another practice Neville and Seth Speaks has said is going through your day, and amazing business professionals have said to do this. Go through your day at night backwards and rewrite the script. So I yell at my son, I rewrite the script of me saying something different. And that changes your emotion. That changes, it rewrites your neuroplasticity. It changes your brain, because our imagination is so powerful. Our body doesn't really know the difference.
Oh, I love that.
They've had athletes think about the game and their muscles will fire just like they're actually playing. They've had athletes do things like practice a free throw in their mind versus another group that's practicing the free throw physically, and the person that did better and got trained better was the group that did it in their mind.
Wow.
Like our imagination there's incredible story after incredible story. We have the placebo effect. Like 30% of the time when we're taking a pill, and this is huge studies. When we're taking a pill, 30% of the time, it works because we believe it will work.
Placebo, right?
This has happened in world wars, bro. Like World War II, people like without a limb in pain need morphine. They ran out of it and they gave them sugar pills and sugar water, injected them, said it's morphine, and it works. We produce morphine internally. We produce cannabis internally. Like we produce amphetamines and barbiturates. Like we produce all of these chemicals. They're all synthesized for what we already have. We have receptors for them. The intracannabinoid receptor, the opiate receptor. Like we have these receptors because when we have pain, we're running away from something. We could get cut and keep running. And we are on autopilot so that we don't have to think so much. But we do have 10% of the time consciously to reprogram our beliefs, our emotions, our thoughts change our attitudes, our awareness, our attention, and like stop reacting and respond. Like take a time to breathe before we say something, before we do something. Brain before body.
Brain before body. Ooh, interesting.
Brain before body, man. I say that to Jai a lot, like teaching my son all this stuff, like, and being the part, because sometimes I'll flip out, man. We forget to remember. I'll forget all this stuff and start screaming. And that's why it's nice to be in a community where you get reminders, you know, and learning how to talk, teaching others how to talk and communicate, meaning like Nonviolent Communication, one of the greatest books of like, and this right here, this could change your whole be to have, right? Because you may be so influenced by other people's lives, right? I wrote it down here, like others are powerful so they can create environments, right? Because you're like, well, why is my life so horrible? This person is hurting me. Don't give away your power, man. No one can hurt you. No one can make you feel any way. You're making yourself feel that way. You say, well, what if someone punches me in the face? Still, man, I know it sounds ridiculous, but if a loved one punched you in the face by accident, it wouldn't hurt as much as an enemy punching you in the face spitefully.
Interesting. Right. And yeah, no, I got you.
You could literally be like, no, it's okay, honey. I know you didn't mean to. And you'd be bleeding. And someone hits you much lighter that like was spiteful and you're like ready to fight.
Oh, so continue to showing love, and it doesn't mean you can still set boundaries, all that stuff, but in certain situations like that where the fights are so still showing love, still showing understanding, and yeah.
Showing love and understanding and tracing your emotion, because emotion is a story. You're literally defining something. We say angry, there are a million types of angry. I could be angry at my son for yelling at me, or I could be angry at him for not cleaning his room. It's a very different type of anger. And we just box it into one emotion. The more you could describe your emotion, there's actually a word for this. Another great book, How We Create Emotions by Barnett, I believe her name is. And she is talking about how we create emotions with stories. Ooh. And the deeper we go with like labeling or understanding that emotion, it's not just about understanding someone else, it's about understanding you and your emotions and what beliefs you have, the awareness of your beliefs and what thoughts you're giving attention to.
Oh, I love that. And with that said, the universe is supporting us unconditionally. I was literally driving over here this morning. First off, I hate the drivers in this town. But in general, I was driving here down that one road over there, and then I passed this car because it was going so slow, but I was waiting first because there was traffic in the other lane or whatever. So I passed them, and then I was so mad. This time I didn't flip anyone off, but and then so I'm driving, and then I'm speeding up, and then literally a few blocks down the road, I see a squirrel cross literally almost hitting my car passing. And I already know, for me, looking up the energetic meanings and the passive things of animals, of situations, I already know squirrels symbolize playfulness and creativity and happiness and delicacy and all that other stuff. So for me, I instantly calmed down, you feel me? And then I came to your house, and then boom, it's all good vibes from here, you feel me? So little things like that, it's like...
Bro, I feel you beyond measure, bro. Yo. Like, it's so insane what he just said. First off, you use the H word. We don't like to swear on this channel.
How? Or what did I say? See, I'm not even...
Y'all know what H word he said?
Half?
Because the first...
No.
The first time someone sent this to me, it took me like... She had to tell me what the H word... Lily, if you're listening, give me a call, yo. I didn't understand what she was talking about. You don't know H word, huh?
No.
So it was about you driving and about the drivers here, which makes it compoundingly like worse.
Oh, I said, hey.
Right. So it's like, and then I was like, she was like, I think you would know better than that, Keith, to say that word. And that intrigued me. That's a great way to hypnotize someone and change their, persuade them, you know?
Exactly. Sometimes we just need an outside view. If I hear someone else saying, I would have told them, like, be aware of your thoughts, or be aware of how you feel me? So sometimes we just need that outside perspective in order to understand. Because if we are too associated within the experience itself, then we kind of lose insight, or like, you feel
100%.
me?
And the playfulness, bro. And the playfulness, like the squirrel. I was like, hey, you just said we don't swear in that. You know, I'm like joking.
Right.
He could swear, like, yet I don't like swearing on here.
It's accountability too. It's accountability, you know.
And then it's like, is hate really a swear?
Right.
I think it is, because it's a curse, because it curses you, and that's what she told me. Oh, yeah. It's not about the way others feel. It's about the way that word makes you feel. And you skip over it because it's a belief for you, which is another interesting thing, which I laugh about it. Because for me, go ahead, I'll remember what I'm saying.
I was going to say that for me, saying hate in that conversation could have been disassociating from my own trauma, or from my own. So if we have a negative experience, you blame,
you could shift it on someone else.
Well, that too, but I'm saying, like, just avoiding it in general. You feel me? So we may,
how
do I say it? Like, how do I say this? I just lost my train of thought, bro.
That's all right, we're getting deep.
What did you mention? We are getting deep. What did you mention?
And that's the thing. You get relaxed about it, you're going to receive. You get pissed that you're forgetting and start blaming and shaming yourself, you ain't going to remember. Like, say to yourself, I'll remember. Don't worry about it.
I'll remember.
Like, I'm remembering. I'll get it in a second.
We were talking about the word hate.
Right? Hate, and then disassociate, and that you're disassociating some trauma, I think you said, right?
So if I see it in a negative way, then I'm naturally disassociating from that. You feel me? But like you said, if
and then I asked how. It's all good. We'll come back.
We'll come to it.
And y'all, comment. Y'all got some insights? Throw it in the insights. Yeah. Any notes that you saw, like some bombs were dropped, throw them in there so we can know what hit you, what you received, and in front of other people, yo.
Tag a friend,
like, let's spread this consciousness, man, because your problem is our problem, man, and their problem is your problem. Like, when people have less problems, they're going to be nicer. And it's funny, like, when we have these conversations, so like traffic here, I'm like, this dude is insane. There ain't no traffic here.
Oh.
We're in Ocala, Florida, like we're in the country. I did notice a little more today, actually. But for me,
drivers in general. But go ahead.
For me, I don't think he didn't say traffic. He said slow drivers. I don't think there's traffic. I love the drivers here. In fact, when I was first here, it's so funny how we see things. My belief, like, I got out of South Florida, came to Central Florida. Population density is like way less. It's like 1/10 of the population density, less than half.
I do like it. Yeah.
And one day I was driving, and I'm driving so slow. I don't know why. Listen to the song, like you know, somehow you're driving slow. It was slower than the speed limit, to the point where there were like 10, 20 cars behind me. It was on like Route 40 in the like Ocala National Forest, and no one beeped. Wow. And I'm used to South Florida, where people beep if you don't move within a second of the green light from the red light.
Yeah, sure.
Or any reason. Like, I actually, my horn wasn't working. I'm like, I need my horn fixed to go to the city. I could get in an accident if I don't have it. Like, you need it there. Here, no one ever uses it. I love it.
I love that. That's funny. I would have been so mad at you though if I was behind you.
Yeah. And I've gotten so mad at this one brother driving slow. You kind of remind me of him, actually. And I was like, I can't drive with this guy anymore. It was in the city. People were beeping on the highway. He was going like 40.
Right.
And it was like dangerous.
And I get it. Everything's a reflection of our nervous system. So I've been slowing down lately, you know, but when people go 5, 10 miles under the speed limit, it does piss me off. But the download just came through. It was interesting. You can go ahead and speak.
I'll speak on that, because I'm kind of rambling on. But like, a little end point of like why I don't let it get me that upset is because I do the reality mathematics. Like, I mean, I could transcend reality, beliefs, emotions, thought. I'm having good anywhere I am. I don't need to be anywhere. You are in the perfect place at the perfect time. I'm right where I need to be.
Most definitely. As well as, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One extra thing is, you do the math of 5 or 10 miles per hour. It's like 10 minutes in an hour.
Right.
Like, you ain't saving no time.
You drive 30 minutes and the car you passed 20 minutes ago is right next to you, right in front of you. So I get what you're saying.
And after getting 2 speeding or pulled over twice and 1 speeding ticket, I was like, I ain't speeding anymore. I'm a father, like I could literally like have a much higher risk of death speeding.
Driving is one of the most dangerous things we ever do before getting on a plane, before anything, you know? And in general, before I forget, working with the energy that we have. So the other day I was skateboarding. I literally took my board and like prayed over it, said, you know, I love you, thank you for this and that. Literally the best skate session I've ever had. I landed every trick, bro. And it was amazing. Like, so working with the stuff we have. So I know people whose cars broke down, they do energy work on the car, give it love, this and that. Boom, car's up and running.
Work with the law.
You feel me? So the energy we work with, and this is something I've learned on acid, and I may not explain it the best, but this is one of the most important things we could ever know for each and every person in existence or within this realm. So it's like literally not what we do, but how we do it. From the way we close the door, from the like literally energy transfers, like I can't even articulate it, or I'm like words can't even
no,
explain
100%.
what I'm trying
words
to get
can't
at.
explain, because like I could say the words I love you, and that ain't received very well, because you know that person ain't having I love you.
And everything is multidimensional too. Sorry to interrupt, but it's like times where I was on acid, I was doing energy work around this building. There's this homeless person at the edge. Every time I did my lap, I said, thank you, I love you. And I've literally removed demons out of people with the power of love, which goes beyond this physical realm, which like this.
Yo, 100%.
I'm speechless. Like
my favorite, one of my favorite books, Power versus Force, Dr. David R. Hawkins, internationally known psychiatrist, like sought after by countries and huge, like international leaders, man. And he said he literally like broke up a gang fight by giving love and gratitude, projecting it to them from a distance.
There's a book. I don't know if you gave me that book. Oh no, my girl did. Ho'oponopono or whatever. It's this Hawaiian guy. I'm sure you heard it. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. And that's kind of what I was doing when I was on that acid one time a few years ago. But in general, it's
Ho'opono is a Hawaiian thing,
right? And so long story short, for the people that don't know that individual, he was a Hawaiian doctor, I believe. I believe he worked in a jail. He did something within the prison or something. He went over all these individuals' files, all the inmates' files. And then he said, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And then some of them got a shorter sentence, some of them got released, some of them transferred to a different, more lenient and convenient prison, you know, things in that nature. So it's so powerful, you know, like.
And what's his name? That bald dude, right? He was on The Secret, I believe, too.
Not Dr. Sabi. Wait, what
no, I'll remember in a moment. I'm seeing him so perfectly. He wrote another great book called Hypnotic Writing that I love. I think Joe is his first name.
Joe Dispenza. No.
Joe Dispenza is dope too. No, not him though.
But okay, nice.
But yeah, how we do things is kind of like more important than what we do.
Yeah.
Right? And it could give example after example. I want to go over a few more points that I wrote down that we talked about before. Is like, you may be at this point like, why isn't this working? And there's still a lot of things that aren't working for me. First off, it's always working. You're always manifesting. The universe and God is always supporting and giving you evidence for your beliefs, emotions, and thoughts. Now, some mistakes that you may doing in this 3-step process, this is how you get everything and anything. Be, do, have. This is the universal law. The law of mind, or the universe is mental, is the first hermetic principle, and mentalism, and all the other like laws of the universe, like the law of attraction, the law of abundance, the law of reciprocity, like what you get what you give. Look at that dragonfly on your pen.
Hey, I love that.
So many other aspects to this universal law that all stem from be, do, have, or the law of mentalism, that this world is mental. So 3 mistakes are no time out and not relaxed. Like, this just happened to me over summer break, being a single dad. Like, I love being with my child, and that I would love to be with him at all times. And then it's like overwhelming, not because I'm just with him, because I don't have time to myself. I tell him, I'm like, I need to take a break. And then I'm like, a break doesn't mean a break from you. It means being by myself, right? And then Frederick Dotson in Emotions Create Reality, a YouTube little thing. I was going to send it to you. I'll send it to you today.
Awesome.
And it's so good. And he says, you know, you may need to take a break. This is exercise number 1. And he was like, it may be just for a few minutes, a few breaths, maybe for a few hours, days, weeks, or months. And it's not about what do I do, it's about not doing anything. Ooh. And over the summer, I got so beat up, and the first few days of school, I like just slept. I have a secret for sleeping. When you feel like you need to do something, I just hold a book and I'll read a page and then fall asleep in it. So I'm like, no, I'm doing something. Because we feel like we need to do something so much, we don't give ourselves permission to rest.
Oh, exactly. Yes, yes.
And you can't receive if you don't relax. You can't receive goodness. Stressed out, you won't believe it's true.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. I love that. And I've been, like, even my mom, I've been telling her that my whole life growing up, you know, like, she was always on the phone at the parks or this. I'm like, why don't we just be? Why don't you feel me? And like, for me, it's like more simple. Like, I can do the dishes without having something on in the background half the time, you know, or, you know, this and that. But like little stuff like
big meditation dishes.
You know, so, you know, things in that nature, it's definitely fascinating. But for me, my energy, most of my life, even to this day a little bit, is like this. So for me, I be by myself, I listen to silence. I used to even write music with no beat, you know? But so long story short, it's like, once we're in that spot, it could have somewhat negative effects if we're not showing up in certain ways, if we're not like, you feel me? Like this and that, you feel me? So it's like, it's good to be alone, but to the point where it's like, where we're like not really, where it's not benefiting us, I would say, you know, that's just something to keep in mind. You know, I've noticed that along my journey. Of course,
there's a saturation point. No, there's a saturation point. Like,
it's all balance. Everything's balance, you know.
After what, 2 days of like sleeping for like those 6 hours in the morning time, right? Or 7 hours while he's at school from 8 to 2 or 8 to 3. And I'd wake up for like maybe an hour or 2 and read and sleep most of the day. Oh, thanking God for the comfort. And then on day 3, I like got out and walked and exercised. And then, you know, day 4, I'm like ready to go up. I'm like, you don't need to go out and just lay. Like, however long your rest needs to be. And he even extends on it that like, if you don't think you could rest, then you went so far deep into this movie, this illusion, this movie screen of life, Maya in Vedic tradition we call it, that like this is all an illusion, because the real thing that you see is beliefs, emotions, thoughts, because we could look at the same thing and see something different. Ooh. Based on our perception.
And that's the beauty to existence. If there was only path, there would only be one person alive. Let me say that again.
Yeah, please.
If I just lost if there was only one path, there would only be one person alive. So God, universe, is experiencing itself in infinite forms, infinite perspectives, getting to know and understand itself each and every day through everything and with everything.
That's insane.
And it's such a powerful thing. It is such a powerful thing, and that is the beauty to life.
That's good, man.
And I'm not talking about. I'm transcending the point beyond good and evil. I'm transcending the point beyond everything else. You feel me? This is like, I'm gonna get lost in it if I keep talking. So let's just stay with that.
No, I get you, bro. That is deep.
Yeah.
So the other mistakes. I hope y'all taking notes. The other mistakes.
Is this going on YouTube, by the way?
Is attachment. You know what? I'm like, I want to check if it's still recording. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We'll come to a wrap up.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Not hopefully, but I just don't want it to like end because of memory. I want us to like end it.
No.
So if it cuts out because of memory, you got more than enough already.
Right.
I
appreciate
attachment.
That.
Attachment. Yeah, this is definitely going on YouTube, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm not too sure what the title is though.
Either
we'll
way,
figure that out.
I'm just so happy we're doing this. This is like our first one, and like I'm already like feeling it. Like this is amazing. Like we gotta do this every week at least.
Yo, every week,
at least.
Show us a little support with the comment.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna be deceived by outer appearance, hopefully. But y'all know that thing looks like this seems so real. This seems real, man. But what's real is internal, not external.
Yeah.
That's why, like, you ever seen the first Joe Rogan podcast?
First one, no.
Bro, it's so worth watching.
Is
like, it's a mess.
Really?
Like, it's hard to watch.
Ooh.
It's so horrible.
Ooh. I love that, yeah. And as we show up more ways, I've noticed that with my live streams, you know, whether I'm nervous at the beginning on my first or second one, or like I don't say everything right, or this and that. Like, as we show up, we incorporate, we take away, we implement. Yeah. And that is the beauty to the process. It's not about the destination, it's about the process.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Everything in between.
The journey, the process. Yeah, and honestly, if I watched the first Joe Rogan as my first experience, it probably would have been dope, maybe. Right. Just like you may be watching this like, what you got? This is dope, but if and when we continue, we have like, imagine how long it takes to do 1,000. Maybe we should do 2 a week. But every year is only 52 of these. That means like it would take like 20 years to do 1,000. That's insane. That's so much like time and commitment to like not get fooled by outer appearances of we didn't get enough views and followers, we're not making money, and all these silly things that we think is the point of life. This external trade time for money, this external trade, I do this and I get that. Like, be and things will change. Be and things will change. Ooh. And that's part of the attachment is the second like mistake. Number one mistake is not taking a time out, not being relaxed. Number 2 is attachment to the outcome. To a specific outcome. I need to make $1 million. I need to get this girl. I need to be at work at this certain time. Like, and I know that's a big attachment of our society. You got to be at work at a certain time.
It's not easy.
And I'm not saying to like purposely don't do those things. Like, you could work towards them. Yeah, if you're late, you don't need to speed and get in an accident or get pulled over doing 90.
Right, exactly. You know? Or even if you're bored in your reality and you still, let's say, need that, or just for this example, or that's all you have available to you as far as opportunities, you could take a different path to work. We could switch up the neural pathways within our mind, brushing our teeth with our left hand, eating food with our left hand instead of our right. Or things in that nature.
Too,
literally taking a different path to work. You know, little things like that could add excitement, to add joy, could add purpose into our life. And as we show up and get out of our comfort zone with the little things, we may meet someone, we may come across a certain experience, we may come across a certain insight or download that we're supposed to come to fruition. Everything in that nature, like it's always working out, you know. Like,
dude, so deep, bro. Like, I've heard like that in so many books by so many metaphysical teachers, how powerful that is, because that could change that 1% trajectory that opened you up into the end. As he said, your neural pathways change. That means you get in the habit of creating change.
Right.
Because if you get stuck like Chuck, even if you're in a broken pickup truck, you're still going to be staying there.
Exactly. In general, the majority of society in the world and how it is designed is all associated with the left side of the brain, the school system, the military, the religion, everything in that. It's not meant to question our reality, but once we tune in
next to the right
and what
side,
I love about weed so much, for example, is tuning into the right side of the brain, looking at things from a different perspective, questioning our reality, having different insights and approaches. You know, it's such a powerful thing when we do, you know, so having that balance. And it's
you know that's why, see, he doesn't really like the Bible that much. Not that he's against it, it's just, yo, that's deep information. Like, it takes so long to understand that. I needed to read Conversations with God, As a Man Thinketh, Neville Goddard, Florence Shinn. I needed to read all those to be able to read the Bible and understand it, and neuro knowledge. Like, that helped me so much to like say, I could unpack this now. Myron Golden helped me unpack it.
Right.
So cast your nets to the right side. right?
Oh yeah,
Christ
yeah,
said that, bro.
Yeah. Oh
With
shit,
fish.
yeah.
And then he caught so much fish that it overloaded the boat.
That's the video you
so
sent.
much abundance.
Yeah, that's the video you sent me. Yeah, damn. Ooh, and that's just a what's it called? Metaphor or whatever.
Yeah, metaphor.
Metaphor for tuning into the right side of the brain. Oh shit, yes. Yeah. I totally forgot about that. I gotta watch him again. That was a good video.
Big up neurons. And neediness, bro. Neediness.
Wow.
Needing that girl. It's kind of like attachment, but like I'll say it twice, man. Neediness. Like
there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Plenty of fish in the sea, man. Plenty of things to do. Like you may think you need 1 million, but you may just need to not work that job and spend less or something.
Exactly. And sometimes being and trying to manifest isn't about manifesting itself. It's about getting and being in the right vibration of that frequency you are trying to manifest in order for it to align and
align,
right?
Align, bro. You can never ever be separated from God.
We have never left spirit. You know?
People say hell is separation from God. That's not improbable, impossible. Why? Because everything we've ever been taught about God is omnipresent, omniscience, everywhere at all times. God's everywhere. God dwells in our heart. The kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven is within. As within, so without.
Ooh, yes.
As it is in heaven, so it shall be on earth. Because your heaven is internal.
Yeah.
It's not like a place. Zion and Babylon aren't places, they're states of mind. Confusion is a state of mind. Clarity helps destroy confusion. Take your time, sit, release, meditate. Let those thoughts go. The other day, dude, I think it was yesterday, I started to have like one of those thoughts, like I'll have a conversation, not just a thought, of like, oh dude, you gotta pay that bill. Dude, be quiet. I got that bill paid, I'm rich. And then, nah, dude, the bill. Whatever the topic is of like anxiety, of something like I need, don't have type thing. And then I was like, I'm not winning this conversation. I'm giving it more attention. It's feeding it. So I just...
don't have, I like that.
Yeah.
So like this one, but the opposite. I like that.
Yeah. You need what you don't have. It's insane. Ooh. We're like, that's the definition of insanity. You could do the same thing twice, but when you need something you don't have, to me, that's really insane. Yeah. Like you could only have what you have.
Yep. And
this stuff is deep.
Sometimes we get what we want just to realize we don't want it.
That's another deep one, bro. That's another deep one.
We can talk about this all day.
The thing is, though, is sometimes we're like, how could you can't have it till you have it? That doesn't make sense. The dragonfly again. Yeah, it does, because you have it. You have the blueprint for every desire once it becomes a desire in your mind.
Ooh.
When that desire goes in your mind, that's the blueprint. And you will get all these mental nudges. You'll get all these intuitions, inner learning. You will get all these clues. People, places, situations will come into your existence to support your desire.
Oh, exactly. And it's all around us, within us, as well as external. Like you said, you just mentioned the dragonfly, and it's a green one. I literally been seeing those all around my property, and the other day it got stuck in my window or whatever. So it's something trying to tell me something. So in general, what is this? A green dragonfly energetically symbolizes growth, renewal, transformation, with a strong connection to the heart chakra and abundance.
Wow.
Literally, as we're talking about.
And 500,000 subscriptions on your YouTube page. Yeah, but again, you know, like taking it lightly, joking, not being needy, right? When we're needy about that stuff, like, oh man, we didn't get that sub, I'm not doing it anymore. I've done it, dude. It's like, but it leads, I don't know if I finished all that. If I didn't, you know, drop it in the comment. And I'll extend more. He'll extend more.
Oh yeah.
On anything.
Oh yeah.
I'm Keith, by the way. Dr. Keith J. Lopez. This is Jalin.
Jalin, yes sir.
Or Jalen is how most people pronounce it.
I like how you say that. I like that. It's like Ja, you know, you feel that. You feel that, yeah. Hey, but yeah.
So yeah, others are more powerful, so they can create environments. While we have an iPhone, a whiteboard, someone helped to clear this yard, like, so other people can impact and influence your life. They can't make you feel any way though, right? And that takes a while to like really understand that, because a lot of us are living by default. We work the job, we believe we need to work the job, we believe we need money, we believe we need to do all these things, when really you're free. You don't have to do anything. You get to do things, and you design your own life. Even if it's a design that someone else created, you're living it. Like most of us, man, we live in societies. We live like by design. Like when we try to change things, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., like he got shot. Bob Marley got shot. Like things happen. Gandhi got shot. Like we try and change the whole world. They did it though. They did it though. And we know their names. And we feel a different way because of their existence.
It's all bigger than us, yeah.
Big, man. Is bigger than. So the only thing you control really is beliefs, emotions, thought. And you could extend upon that your attitude, your awareness, what you give your attention to, man. Yeah, we giving attention to people that are mean to us when we just could be like...
Oh, right. No, yeah, it's all what, literally, that's a great reminder too. It's all what we hold space for. And once we do that, we're literally helping the collective. We're literally, you feel me? And it's
deep.
So powerful. It's so powerful.
Deep, bro. Deep.
I love that. Hey, let's leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
That's some powerful stuff. Oh my God.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I explained the subconscious a little deeper in other videos. Yeah. The 5 aspects of subconscious, I believe I titled it. But again, you want us to extend on anything, drop us a line. Yeah.
Can't believe this is the first video though. Like, amazing, we're gonna create so much magic, bro. Like,
I believe you'd be a special guest if you're not all in with the Zoom idea I just said, right? Before the class.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, you'd be a special guest.
Whatever you need.
Yeah. So if y'all want to have like more intimate conversations where like you ask a question there, we'll answer it, but like seeing you, hearing you, man, it's amazing to meet in a group, and Zoom is amazing. If you want to join our Zoom group, you could either comment below or you could go to yourlasttrainer.com. You could check it often. I might make changes. Let's get started, man. You could send me a message. You could send him a message. We'd love to hear from you and create more of a community, right? So yourlasttrainer.com if you want to join a community. I got other books and stuff. You could check like my bio and other videos. But I just want to keep it simple, yourlasttrainer.com. You have any tags or anything they could follow you at somewhere?
I just have Instagram at the moment, so Mystical Spirit Rising, so mystical_spirit_rising. And yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm Dr. Keith J. Lopez on just about every platform.
Appreciate everyone.
Bow to you. Thank you. You want to finish it with a sweet little comment?
I love you.
I love you.